Okay, and we're back to finish this little thing. Yeah. Okay, wait, is everyone here? I just want to make sure everyone's here.
No,
Wait,
I'm dead currently.
Oh, okay.
I think DBS is preview.
Oh, it's fine. I'm sure you can watch it later. Okay. So, actually, wait, Blizzard, do you have all this stuff scripted yet? Or do you want to like copy real quick? So you
No,
kind of
I
get on
haven't
track.
been doing that.
Oh, because I need someone to be on track, so I have someone who can like ask questions, you know. Otherwise,
Okay,
I'm
will
kind
ask
of,
some
I don't know.
questions. Copy paste in the chat, real.
Okay.
Copy paste in the chat.
All right, 1 second. Okay, I think I resumed it. I don't know. I'm new to this whole OBS thing. Anyway, so this is what we got so far. You want me to give you like a basic rundown of what's happening?
Yeah.
Just get like a basic explanation. Okay, so you understand these things, right? Remote events.
I think so. Remote events are events that script activate.
Yeah. So we can use this. So this thing and this thing can't regularly like, you can't like have something in this thing and then have that thing trigger something in this thing, but you can have something in this thing trigger this thing, which then triggers this thing.
Okay.
And then you can do the reverse too. It's basically like it's like a messenger man between the two. And anyway, how you use it is you just you have like you get a variable for the event. Then you do the event fire server in the local script, and then in here you do on server event on the event. Okay. Anyway, so that's that. Basically, first of all, we're going to here because this doesn't start until it enters like a player or a character. So this won't run until it's like in the character. So we go over here. Whenever a player joins, it gets a clone of this script and it puts it into the character. Simple enough. Then it gets the replicated storage, so we can, you know, do this. Now this is for tweening. If you want to like learn more about tweening, there's a lot to tweening. This is all the tweening right here. If you want to learn more about tweening, then you can just watch the other video if you haven't already. And then the debris is just another way of destroying things. So like you can do like normally you can just do like part destroy. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah, you can do that normally, but you can also, if you use this service right here, then you can do add like debris add item, debris add item. Then you can do the item you want to destroy and the delay before destroying the item. Anyway, so that's what those are. Anyway, so this happens. All this stuff happens whenever we do this in the local script. So so none of this happens until we go into here first. So this is put into the character. It gets all the variables and stuff right here. It gets the animations that we need. Then it creates a debounce. Do you know what a debounce is?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to explain it without the debounce. Then I'll explain how it's an error, how it's an issue without the debounce. So basically, without the debounce, this right here is typing. Do you understand what is typing is?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, that.
When
The players in the chat. Yeah. Hello?
Oh yeah. Sorry. So when he is typing is when he's typing in the chat, and it says debounce, then return ends the function. Yeah.
Yeah. So never mind. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, now this checks for the key. If the key is C, then it moves on. Then over here, this plays the animation, but it only plays the animation after like setting the animation priority to action, because with like a lower animation priority, well, you can't really like if you move, like you're walking might like overwrite the animation, but if you're like this, you're moving and walking won't overwrite the animation because this is like the highest animation priority. Anyway, then we play it. Then this is just stopping the player from moving. So we set the walk speed and the jump power to 0, so that way like they can't walk around and they can't jump. That's basically what this is doing. And you want to do this in the local script. I don't know the technicality of it, but earlier when we were doing this, we tried to do it. Well, I tried to do it in the server script, and it kind of had like some weird delay or some. And then when I put it in the local script, it worked fine. So just whenever you change the walk speed and the jump power, do it in the local script, and it, like the other players should be able to see it too. So yeah. Then right here.
Okay.
Here, alright, so this right here is where we fire the server script, and the server script is basically what creates the Kamehameha. But right here, first of all, we want to wait a second, like 1 second, because in the animation, it's 1 second into the animation that like the player actually moves forward to like fire the Kamehameha. So we want to wait that 1 second, and then we want to fire the Kamehameha. Then we wait another 2 seconds, which is the time it takes for the Kamehameha to disappear. Then we want to resume their movement. But because like right here, I did this to like get the old like the default speed, and then we can just resume the movement. And now the debounce. So normally when you do this, you can just kind of like spam it over and over and over again without it like finishing. Like if I were to just comment out this. Like that. Okay, so now there's no debounce in it. Now if we test it, this is gonna be fun. Okay. If we test it, then you can just spam it. Oh wait, you can't really see it because it stops your movement. But you can see like, you can kind of just, it's hard to see it when it stops your movement. But basically you can spam it faster like than you should be able to spam it, you know?
Yeah.
It's so weird. I think I broke it. Anyway, yeah, it's hard to show you when it stops your movement. But anyway, this right here, this debounce, I have this as false by default. You can like reverse it if you want, but I think I just do that because you know that's how I first learned to do it. So I just stick with it. Anyway, so then whenever debounce is true, then we will return. So that way it doesn't move on and do this. And debounce is true whenever we are currently doing a Kamehameha. So basically,
okay,
we can't do another Kamehameha if we're currently doing a Kamehameha. So it waits until the first one is finished and then does the next one. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a basic rundown of that script. And then in here, after it's fired, it gets the variables. It creates a ball and a cylinder. Then it changes the cylinder size to a good starting size. Then we change the position, the ball position. So we change the position of the ball to the position of the humanoid root part. Then you add this and this right here. This is like it's math stuff, and you get the C-frame. Do you know what a C-frame is?
I think that is the center of the thing.
Not necessarily. So the C-frame is basically just like, it's all the like location and position and orientation. It's all that combined into one thing. So you can do like C-frame dot position, well, dot position, and you can get the position of the C-frame. Anyway, they're really complicated to edit directly. You can do it, but it takes a lot of weird math stuff that I don't understand right now. But anyway, what we're doing here is we're getting the look vector of the C-frame, and the look vector is basically whichever direction the root part is currently facing, which is going to be forward for the character. So this is how you have like a move like aim based on where the character is looking. Then we do times 3. The look vector is basically a thing, and like it's like a set of numbers. It's a vector 3, but you times it by however many studs you want it to like be in front of. So this basically it sets the position of the ball to the humanoid root part position plus 3 studs in front of the humanoid. So that's basically what that does.
Okay.
And then it just adjusts the orientation. I guess that's not really important for the ball, but whatever. Anyway, so this does the same thing, except it puts it a little bit further ahead, and then it rotates it in the right direction by using the humanoid root part orientation and then doing that. Okay, now we put them both in the workspace so that way you can actually see them. And now over here is where we tween them. In tweening, do you know what tweening means?
I don't think so.
Okay, so tweening is basically just like gradually. I didn't even spell it right. Tweening is basically when you tweening is when you gradually adjust something. So it's like you know when you use like a for loop to make like a part grow or something?
Yeah.
It's like that, but smoother with more customization, and I think with less lag too. So it's basically a better way of doing that. Anyway,
Oh
so
yeah, I've seen
yeah.
cleaning in GUI.
Yeah, it's in GUI too. It's like by default built into it, so you can do it easier in GUI. But you can also use the tween service up here to do it in with parts and stuff too. So anyway, this right here, this is the like how long it takes. So it's half a second. This is like the style of the tween. So you know, like animation things, like the animation style, using styles. Yeah, it's basically, you can do that, basically, but with these. Then this is the direction, so like out, in, out. I usually put it as in, out, because that looks nicest. And then, this is like, I think this one's how many times you repeat. This one's the delay. This one's whether, no. I don't remember, these last three are hard to remember for me, but I go over them in the video. Anyway. So we get all the info for the tween right here. Then here's where you put the properties that you want to change. So we want to change the size of the cylinder so it stretches outwards. But if we change the size of the cylinder without changing the position, this is what happens. Let me show you.
Me here can't even find the locus script.
But look, then it kind of just goes out in both directions. See that?
Oh god.
Oh wow.
So we do quick maths, and we set the position to like what it was before, but like halfway, I don't know, you take like the size that you set it to, that you want it to grow into, and then you like set the position to like half of that in front of the root part. I don't know how to explain it in words.
You set the face to grow?
Well, yeah, this is where you set it to stretch out, and this is where you set it to adjust the position, so that it doesn't like kind of impel you as well as your enemy. And
No.
I'm pretty sure I explained this math in the other video, and I don't really know how to explain it right now, so you can look at the other video if you want.
The math is fine.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, and then this just puts all this together and creates a tween for the cylinder. So then we play the tween, and it does the thing, and then we wait 2 seconds, and then we destroy these, and that's about it. Okay, so that took a long time to go over. Do you have any questions?
No, you explained that really well. Thanks.
Nice. I feel accomplished. I got a message. Wait. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay.
For me, your screen looks blurry than normal.
It looks blurrier than normal? Oh wait,
Yeah.
I can probably adjust my screen share settings. 1 second. Screen. Right here. How do I adjust my screen share settings?
Okay.
You might have to get off stream and then put it go.
Oh yeah,
put it back
okay.
on stream.
Stop streaming.
Okay, so there should.
Share screen. Usually I can just adjust the settings directly. I don't know. Can you at least see what it's saying?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Oh, it is? Oh, alright, I didn't even change anything.
Yeah.
Whatever, it works. Anyway. Wait, DBS is still not here. Okay, well, rest in peace to him. Anyway. So we have all this. This is going pretty well. Now what we want to do, if we like launch it up, all it does is it creates a thing. And the thing just kind of like stops, and it doesn't really do anything. It's just kind of there, you know? It doesn't damage anything, or it doesn't really affect anything. So what we want to do is we want to add like, so whenever you hit something, we want to stop the tween, so that way it stops stretching, and then we want to make an explosion, and then we want that explosion to do damage, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So, right, okay. I just had a brain fart. Damage is always confusing to think about. Okay. I'm gonna label this a bit better. Bleeding parts. Okay, so now we're gonna script the damage. Okay. We're gonna do. Or no, wait. First of all, we're gonna do the effects. Aha. Then we do the damage with the effects. There we go. So then we do we're gonna do cylinder dot touched connect function. This is probably gonna be the easier part because you don't have to deal with all the damage stuff, but it's still gonna be dope. Okay, anyway, so in this, do you understand the connect and the touch and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you understand what the first parameter is?
Yeah, the first parameter is hit the when the Kamehameha hits. And then you're gonna use that hit later to do damage.
Yeah, this is basically what it touches. Anyway, so right now we want to make it so like even when you hit like a wall or something, it doesn't, you know. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is there's this cool thing we're gonna do tween pause, and that just stops the tween right where it is. So that way, like if it's like halfway done or something, we can just have it stop right there. So now if we just test that, it's probably gonna like spam me or something. Actually, no, never mind. It'll probably work fine. I don't know. Anyway, so if you're like this, I think absolutely nothing happens. What? This makes no sense. Oh wait, there's an error. Oh, funny.
So whenever it shows up red like that, it's an error?
Yeah, red is an error. And like orange is like a warning, and it can lead to an error, but like orange isn't like entirely an error. Okay, there we go. So the other thing, normally it just goes all the way out. If you have it like hit the dummy or something, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Great. Print test. It should spam me with tests in the output. If it doesn't do that, then there's an issue. Okay, there's an issue. I don't think that the dot touched is being triggered from the tween. I don't know why. I'm gonna Google some stuff real quick. So I don't know what's happening. So I'm looking at it and it says like if both of the things are anchored, then it won't trigger. But this isn't anchored, so I feel like it should trigger. I don't know. I'm confused. If we just have an unanchored part like that. Okay. Oh look, now it works. It works with this thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of smooth, not gonna lie. Stop try as it touches it. The only issue is that I don't think it does it with this thing. So if we go to this thing.
So essentially you can make that walk.
But it doesn't do it with this thing. I guess it would be kind of cool to like make it go through players anyway.
Yeah, it's probably because that's
No, it should still work. What if I make this anchored though? Because like the dot touch still happens for like characters and stuff, and the dummy should work just fine. Usually when I like test on a dummy, it works just fine. Unless the dummy has something special about it. Okay.
Unless they change
So
that.
the issue is that if both parts are anchored, I think it doesn't work for some reason. Because I just anchored this and now it doesn't work. But this thing isn't anchored, so that's why I'm confused. Unless it is. I'm gonna select all these parts.
Yeah, I think.
So, some of the parts are anchored.
Oh, okay, that's probably. Well.
What if I turn up? Wait, so I'm gonna try it like this. All the parts are now unanchored. I don't know if that's gonna mess anything up. Wait, what? Oh, let me see what they are by default. So I can check in here. And I think the humanoid root part is usually
I'm
anchored.
pretty sure it can work now.
So this is wait no. Okay, so nothing is usually anchored. Okay. So yeah, I think it was because it was a dummy. So parts that were anchored, you know, the parts that are anchored that shouldn't have been anchored. Anyway, we got that fixed.
Times 21.
No.
Times 21.
Oh, yeah, that's because of the touch thing. It spams us a bunch, which we're gonna fix, by the way. But
Okay.
I want to make so like it happens with like an anchored wall too though. So maybe there's a way we can do it
Make
without
anchored
anchoring.
true.
Well, alright, so like if you make both the parts anchored, because the spheres and the cylinders, they're anchored. I guess if you make both the parts anchored, then it doesn't like detect the collision. And typically a wall is going to be anchored. So I'm thinking, is there a way we can like turn the anchored of this to false without it messing anything up? Because like this is just going to fall down. Wait. Unless... Wait. Okay. I'm thinking right now. Getting position. I have an idea. Local default pose is equal to cylinder dot position. We do default pose. There we go. Now if we go like that, now the cylinder is not anchored either. Let's see if this thing still works. Nope. It just fell to the ground. That's lovely.
Can't you
Yeah, I don't
attach
know.
it to the ball?
Yeah, we can weld it. Yeah, that's true.
Ah, yeah, somewhere.
Yes, you're big smart. I was thinking about doing that, but I wasn't sure. I wanted to see if there was another way.
It would take longer to do that, right?
To weld it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it would take longer to weld it than just to like have it anchored. But I don't want I want to have it unanchored so that way it always triggers when it hits something, you know.
Yeah.
But I think welding is probably the best way to do it. So, how do we weld in place though? Oh wait, I know. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so now there's a certain type of weld. Local weld is equal to instance.new weld constraint. That's nice. Weld constraint. Weld constraint. So basically, a weld constraint is just like a weld, except for by default it welds it into the position it was already in. So like it won't like mess around with stuff. I think that should make it work good. And then we do weld dot part 0 is equal to ball. Weld dot part 1 is equal to cylinder. And now I'm just gonna test this. I'm gonna go like this though. Do that up there. Okay. Yes, now it's welded, I think. I think it works now. Now if we test it on the wall. Dang it. It didn't work on the wall. Okay. I missed. Does it work on here? It works on here. Okay, so I don't know if there's a way to make it so it doesn't go through walls like that. I don't know. Cause now... Oh, it's because the anchor's untrue. Heh, I'm done. There we go. Now let's try it.
Let me test this out too.
Yeah. Crap. It didn't weld like I wanted it to. Is it not welding it?
Yep, it's broken.
Oh,
Cool.
I know what's happening. It's because it's simple mistakes here. Weld dot parent is equal to ball, like that. I think either ball or cylinder, one of them. You have to put the weld inside of the part in one of them. I don't remember which one it is. Otherwise, the weld kind of just doesn't happen. No, there we go. Except it still doesn't stop. Dang it. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Maybe another time I can figure it out and do another tutorial. I don't know. So for now, I'm just gonna do it with anchored equals true. And then it'll stop whenever it hits a player, basically, or anything that's unanchored. Anyway,
Okay.
so this is what happens whenever it hits something. So we wanted to do that, and we also wanted to create an explosion. So we're gonna do local explosion is equal to instance.new ball. Actually, wait, it'd be part, but actually I think it would be easier to just clone the ball and then do explosion dot wait. Oh wait, but how do I do that? I think I know. Okay, we're gonna have to do math here. Dot position is equal to cylinder dot position cylinder dot position plus root dot c-frame dot look vector times cylinder. Wait. Ooh. I don't know. Wait. Cylinder dot size dot x maybe divide by 2. I think it's very complicated. Actually, it's not like crazy complicated. There's much more complicated stuff like, you know, C-frames, but anyway, let's see if that works. Right now it shouldn't create an explosion, but it should put a part, I think. If it works, then I'll explain what happens. It didn't do it. Is the thing in here though? Or that's not. I don't think it did it. Oh wait, it creates. Okay, creates those things, then it kind of. How come the thing's not being created? This is turned from me teaching to me just trial and error.
Yeah.
That's how it be. That's how it be sometimes in scripting, though. Okay, so it creates a thing, but I'm confused. Where does it put the thing?
Oh, do you have to put the part dot parent?
Maybe. I'm gonna try that because it clones it. I feel like by default it should be where the other part is though, so that's why I'm confused. I don't know. If this works, then we'll just go with it. There we go. Yes, I did it. I did the math right. Okay, it doesn't delete the part, but that's alright. So, basically, here we go. Now I'll explain what I just did. So, basically, I wanted to position this in the position, basically I wanted to position it on the end of the cylinder, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what this line is doing. So I put the position to the cylinder position. But the position of the cylinder is the exact middle of the cylinder. And we want to move it to the end of the cylinder. So we do plus root dot c-frame, we do that to move it half of the size across, you know? So that way, so like if we have like, I find this easier to explain using visual stuff. So say this is the thing, then we have say a sphere. The sphere's right, so we take this, take the position of it. The sphere's position is equal to that, right? First of all, let me.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. So now we take this of the cylinder, the x value of the cylinder, and we we add it to the x value of the sphere. So we do plus that, and then we divide it by 2. So that way it adds half of the cylinder size. Well, wait, no, the cylinder, but yeah, adds half. Wait, no, we want to do the size. That's wrong. Oh, let's go to the size. So we get the x of the size, not the position, right here. So we get that. Then we go into here. We're gonna go into the position and add half of that size, half of the size, and it puts it right at the end.
just do that?
Yeah, math skills.
No, it's just I didn't know you could like just do that to the position and it'll just add it.
Oh yeah, like math in here.
Huh.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So that's like.
I don't remember when I figured it out, but yeah, you can do math in here. It's really nice. I do it a lot. Anyway,
Quick math.
quick maths. Anyway, so that's basically what this does. I don't know another way to explain it. So, yeah, it basically just positions at the end. And now what we want to do, first of all, I think what we want to do, we want to be able to destroy this at the end down here. Actually, that's easy. We can just go ahead and do like, okay, yeah, never mind. Anyway, so now we're gonna make it grow. So this right here, creating explosion. So that creates the ball. Then we're gonna want to make another tween because you know we love tweens. Local info is equal to tween info.new. Okay, so now, oh crap, what I want to do, first one is probably gonna want to do that again, dot using style is equal to, dot scenic, or sign, or whatever it is, I don't know, dot using direction dot in out, then 0 false 0, because oh wait, now I can explain what these are. Okay, so the fourth one is how many times the tween repeats. The fifth one is whether or not it reverses after, like, say like you have it like go forward, it does the thing, then you want like this is basically whether or not you want it to go back to where it was before or afterwards. And then the delay time is basically the delay before the tween plays. Anyway, that's that. Now we do local properties is equal to. Okay. So now we can change the size to, let's say, vector 3.new. How about like, how big do you think we should make the size? Like maybe 15 all around? You think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, cool. So now that, oh wait, oh yeah, alright, never mind. Anyway, that, it should create the thing. Right, now we need to make the tween. Okay, local explosion is equal to create explosion. Oh wait, 1 second.
For the settings?
Okay, I'm back. So,
Okay.
anyway,
On that settings.
we finished this. What are you guys talking about?
How to make your screen black.
Okay, so let me just explain this real quick. Okay, so Phoenix, go to settings, and then go to, it should say UI, and you can change it the theme from light to dark.
UI.
Oh wait.
It's under theme, so scroll down to where it says general, and then under theme it should say default, and you go to dark, and that's how you change it.
Right, okay. Then,
Alright, if you do that, let's continue again.
debris, item, and we're gonna do explosion, and comma 0.1. Okay, you guys ready now?
Yes, it works.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, so this, it puts it all together, creates a tween. You put the part that you want to tween, the info, and then the properties. Then this, of course, plays the tween. And then this, I just added this so it destroys the item after half a second. So that way it destroys the part. But also what we're going to do transparency is equal to 1, so it fades out too. Okay, Anyway, now if we test it, phew. Okay. Only issue is the other parts kind of stay there for a while. Maybe, what could we do? Like, cause like, I kind of want the other parts to stay there for like that. Maybe we should like have this happen multiple times, you know? So it's like multiple damage. I don't know. How do we do that? I guess we can just do So first of all, after doing this one time, I wanna so let's throw over here. Local connection is equal to. I want to do connection disconnect. So that way it doesn't like spam repeat it. But you go like this. Anyway, so that way, like this way, it just whenever like it basically makes so this right here, this event, it only triggers the function right here one time. So it triggers the function, it goes to the function, and then the function is no longer connected to the event. So that way the event does no longer trigger the function after it triggers it once. But now what we want to do is we want to basically repeat this, like say 4 times or something, because 4 times this is equal to 2. Anyway, so we're going to do while, for I is equal to 1, comma 4, do. This is basically how you can repeat something a certain amount of times. Like that. And that'll just repeat this 4 times. But we probably want to put a weight in here. Wait, 0.5. There we go. Oh, there we go. Now, we could even do less than 0.5, so it's like, I don't know. Let's just try this. Yeah, like that. There we go. Perfect. So now, want to script the damage now? Here comes the fun part.
Yes, let me check. So where did you put the weight at?
I just put it after this.
Okay.
You just need a weight somewhere in there that is equal to 0.5 seconds, just so like it doesn't just spam this 4 times like really quick. Also, this doesn't need to be in there. Wait, actually, yes it does. Never mind. Actually, no, it doesn't. Wait. Okay, I think this is best at the start actually. So that way, it disconnects the function, but it keeps going with this one last time, I think. Untested though, because I'm not entirely sure of that. But that way it doesn't try to disconnect it like 4 times. Because it's kind of unnecessary. I mean, it's not a huge issue, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe that'll cause an issue later on. Anyway. We got that. Now it's time for damage. Here's the fun part. Okay. Explosion got touched. Next. Okay, so we want it to hit multiple people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where it gets a little bit tricky. Anyway, I can figure it out. I haven't done this in a while though. Right. Function. Hit. Why does it not put that there by default? I feel like it should do that. Anyway. First, wait. I think this works. So, we're going to want to do probably up here. Local touched is equal to a table. This just creates an empty table. So it's a list of items that contains no items. But we can use this and later on insert all the people who have been hit. So that way we can make so like the damage, like this thing gets triggered, but it gets triggered only once for each player, you know? Yeah. So we're gonna want to do. Now first we're gonna want to make sure that the thing that it hits is a player. So we're gonna do if hit dot parent find first child humanoid event. Okay. So now this. So the reason we do hit dot parent instead of just hit is because the part that's hit isn't going to be the character itself. The part that's hit is likely going to be one of these things in here, you know? So like this hits, like maybe hit's going to be like the left lower leg or something, you know? So, and that's also why when you hit something without like putting some way to make so it only happens once, it like fires it like 20 times. And also because of other reasons too. But yeah. Anyway. So this just checks that whatever is hit, the parent of whatever is hit contains a humanoid. In other words, it's a thing that you can damage. It's a player. It's a character, you know? Okay. And now we're also gonna want to do hit.parent is not equal to char.name hit.parent.name is not equal to end. There we go. Anyway, so this checks that the thing that you hit is a humanoid, but not a human, is a character. And then it also checks, before it does anything in here, it checks both of these, and it also checks that the thing that you hit is not yourself. Because, you know, we don't want to be able to damage ourselves. I mean, good luck hitting yourself. I mean, I guess if you're like really close to the opponent, you might hit yourself. But this is going to make so it doesn't damage yourself. I mean, you can leave it on so it does damage you, but, I mean, you know, either way. Now what we're going to do, now we've confirmed that it's another player that we're hitting. We're going to do table.insert. Then we're going to do touched, which is the table. Then we're going to want to do the thing we want to insert, which is hit.parent. In other words, their character. I'm actually going to do local character. I can't type. Okay. Character stuff. I'm going to do local char is equal to no character. Hit.parent. And the reason we want to name this character something different is because if we have it as char, then it basically just replaces this up here. So we don't want to do that. So we have to rename it something different. The character, and it creates a new variable for the player that gets hit. So now we want to insert the character into the table. So this takes whatever is touched and puts it in here. Then we can use whatever is in here to determine whether or not like the player has been touched. So if the player has been touched. Okay. So what we're gonna do, local has touched is equal to false. So we're creating a variable that we're gonna set to true. Yeah, alright. So we're gonna create a variable that we have it as default it's false. But if we find the character that we just hit inside of the table of people that have already been hit, then we're gonna not move on. So basically what I mean is, so we do like for I, be in pairs, we do touched, which is the table we made up here. So it's going to get all the things in here, and then it's going to do this stuff in here with each item in the table. And V is the item in the table it's currently on. So yeah, it's a for IV loop. Okay. So then we want to do if V is equal to char, V is equal to character, then so this checks if the thing in the table that we're currently looking at is equal to the character, and then we can do has touched is equal to true. So basically this will go through every item in the table, and if any of those items in the table is equal to the character that we just hit, then it's going to set this to true because we hit the character before.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions about that?
No.
No? Okay. So, now we've determined whether or not the player's been touched, so now we can do the actual damage finally. Okay. So, right. We can do, I had a brain fart. I have a lot of those, by the way, in case you didn't notice. So we're gonna do, okay, right. If not has touched, then. So this, in here, happens if the character hasn't been touched yet, if it hasn't been damaged yet. So we're gonna do, first of all, let's space this out a little bit better, and let's do humanoid is equal to character.humanoid. So this gets humanoid, so that way we can actually damage the humanoid. We're gonna do humanoid, take damage 5 or something. Okay, now I believe this should, I think this should work. I might want to add something to end it though. Oh, wait. Let me put this in here. I said wait a lot. Anyway, yeah, we want to insert the character inside of the table if they've been hit, not just whenever they're touched once, you know? So it only happens once, you know? It doesn't like spam them in the table, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. And we also want this to be after this, because if we have this before that, then it's going to instantly put them to the table before checking if they're in the table. That's an issue. Anyway, so now I think it should work. I'm going to test it, but there's another thing that I might want to change. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be proper or not. Oh, okay. It damaged it. Yeah, it also did a whole lot of damage, which is not supposed to happen. But it did damage it. Let's see. Alright. Think. Oh. Why am I being spammed on Discord? Oh, because I get notifications for every message in like one of the, in like either DEP, 9 Productions, Wavelengths, and the server for this. I get a notification for every message in each of those. I should probably turn that off, honestly. Anyway, as you can see, there's an issue here. There's clearly an issue here. I'm gonna do this. Print v.name. I want to see if the character is actually being added, because it doesn't seem like it is. Okay. It's not. That's an issue. Why is it not adding? Oh, that's because. Okay, there we go. Simple bugs. Simple bugs. There we go. Okay, now it damages it a little bit, but it'll only hit it once.
Okay.
I don't think it's supposed to only hit it once. Wait, did it happen for the first one or the last one though? That's the real question. Actually, I'm gonna leave that other one in here. I'm gonna remove this one. I'm reading so many messages. What is happening? Oh, it's because I'm on online. That's why I'm getting pinged for everything. Okay. I was thinking it was kind of weird that it was doing that. Okay, that's kind of odd. The damage is on like the third one. I'm confused. But now it's not damaging. I'm still confused. This is an issue. I'm gonna do a little test here. This is called debugging. It's pretty great.
I was working with that too, with printing your errors out to check them. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, so this is confusing. Why does it do that like once, just randomly, and then just like never again? I'm confused. Question mark?
Okay, so
I'm trying to figure out what's happening here. Let me pause the recording while I figure out what's happening. Wait, I think I know what the issue is. I feel like an idiot now. I usually do when I have issues like these that make no sense. It's because I'm destroying the item before I'm doing this. Yeah, anyway. And then I also want to, so I paused the video and I did this. We also want so we want to add this to the connect thing, so that way we can disconnect it. And I think you can disconnect it outside of it. I'm not entirely sure, but we want to disconnect it because I don't know if it disconnects automatically when the part is destroyed, and I don't want it repeating over and over again, doing nothing and just causing lag for no reason. So I think we can just go ahead and do connection disconnect out here. It probably gets deleted with the, probably stops with the part getting deleted, but I'm not sure. Okay. No, I think it should work. Nope, it didn't work. Well, it damages the first time, then it doesn't damage again. So, what I'm thinking. What happens if I just don't do that? Also, why is it? Oh wait. Oh, it's because. Oh, that's an issue. Connection 1. Ha. Okay. Connection disconnect. Okay. Okay, still only damages once. I'm gonna try it without this now. Oh wait. I gotta do. Keep forgetting to do that. I wanna do. Wait. Oh, wait. I don't know. Wait a minute. Where does this thing disconnect? Doesn't this thing? Oh, it disconnects at the top. Okay. I'm gonna try like that. And then I'm gonna try it without the connect if it doesn't work.
okay.
I'm sorry if none of this makes sense right now. I'm just kind of talking to myself half the time right now. Because I'm still trying to figure this out. I gotta do better, because now I know it only happens on the first one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna not try disconnecting it. Because I don't think it matters, because the part's being destroyed anyway. Okay. But yeah, it still only does it once. Okay. Now, I think... Okay. Right. This is the issue. Okay. So, you listening? You watching?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, so the issue is that this is outside of all this. And that's an issue because, like, the dot touched, this is basically tracking whoever's touched by, like, all of them together, sort of. So, like, if you get hit by the first one, you can't get hit by any of the other ones. So we want this one to be in here. So we can go, like, right there. So that way, it's separate to each explosion. That's the main issue. Well, other than the fact that before I kind of had it in the wrong place. But that's the issue right now. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now it damages good.
Wow.
Pretty great.
Okay.
Anyway, I think that's about the script. We can color it. You want to color it? I missed. Wow, great. Do you want to color it, maybe?
Do you want to make the hitbox?
The hitbox?
Yeah, let's color it.
What do you mean, the hitbox?
Is there a way to make the hitbox larger, or is that not what DBS?
Well, the hitbox, you can make a separate part for the hitbox, but right here, I'm just basing the hitbox off of the explosion part. So that way, if the actual sphere touches you, then it damages you. So we can make this bigger. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. That's pretty easy. We can just change this. Also, I'm thinking I might want to just, you know, just, you know,
Oh, gosh.
buff that up a bit. Anyway. Give it some range now. It's kind of hard to aim because the aim is based on the character, but I can do another tutorial on like, okay, now it's bigger, you see? You see?
Yeah.
And you can make it even bigger if you want. But yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it. So yeah, the video is about, it's about an hour now. Definitely better than the last one, but still pretty long. Do you have any final questions? Whoa, that's weird. But do you have any final questions?
Alright, let me. Okay, so I would like to know more about. Okay, so table.insert online table.insert and then parentheses touch comma hit dot character.
Wait, hit dot
what
character?
exactly-
It should just be the character, but so basically there's a lot of things you can do, like I'm pretty sure you can do like table.find. You can do a lot of stuff with tables. And anyway, that's just basically something you can do with the table. So, you know, this is the table we're using. So table.insert basically takes a value and puts it into a table that was already made previously. So we made this table beforehand and have it, so this table is empty. We could put like, you know, we could put a bunch of stuff in it, but right now the table's empty. But then whenever it touches a player, then it inserts that player, inserts the character right here into the table right here. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So this just basically inserts the character into the table. Yeah.
I think that's all the questions I have so far.
Alright. Cool. I'm gonna end the video then.